Hi, Gary Stearman here to talk with you about the upcoming Prophecy Forum, October 13th through 15th, 2017. Watching, waiting, witnessing. This is going to be a Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum, unlike any other prophecy forum that you've ever heard about. Bob Ulrich is here to talk about it, and Bob, we've got a lot to say today.
We do. 11 short months away from the big event. We're anticipating a crowd of 2,000 people, and Derek Gilbert is joining us today from Skywatch TV.
Fellows, it's good to see you again.
Hi, Derek. Good to see you again, and we've got some great news and a lot to talk about today, right, Bob?
Always a pleasure. Big announcements make our day.
Yeah. Well, this is a change. We had kind of grown accustomed the last couple of years with the setting there in Colorado Springs, which is absolutely beautiful. But coming up this year, the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum will be at a new venue. Tell us about it.
You know, the Prophecy Conference, which we're calling the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum, is going to be quite different, I think, this year than it ever has been before. First of all, because of the times in which it takes place. Secondly, and I want Bob Ulrich to talk about this, it's going to be an Oklahoma prophecy conference. It's going to be dedicated to a meeting of the minds. That's why we're calling it a forum, rather than gathering at some gorgeous spot that has tourist appeal. I got to tell you, Bob, Oklahoma has its own particular kind of appeal.
Absolutely. In fact, in Norman, Oklahoma, as you're going to find out soon, and the hotel we've secured in Norman, the Embassy Suites, is an absolutely beautiful luxury hotel located literally 50 yards from everything imaginable. Restaurants, shopping, anything you could possibly want to do, you're going to find in the state of Oklahoma. But the big reason we're coming to Oklahoma is our first prophecy conference was so well attended and so successful. It really kind of convinced us that we need a bigger forum. We need a bigger place to share the incredible conference last year. It's going to be even more incredible this year with as many as 30 speakers coming to Norman, Oklahoma.
And Bob, as many people as we anticipate coming, we're not going to be crowded. We have a lot of operating space. We have far better facilities than ever before. We're going to have a way for you, when you attend, to feel at home, to feel like you really have access to the people who will be there and who will be speaking. We're preparing, I guess, something that features hospitality in a way that we've never featured it before.
Well, people are coming certainly to hear the speakers. You know, the venue is going to be wonderful. The city is probably going to be far better than you could ever imagine. But 30 speakers. Now, this is not your father's prophecy conference, is it?
It is not, and these speakers will be ranging across the board from the academic world, people from theological seminaries, from the world of, if you will, active teaching and preaching, from the world of prophetic publishing. We're going to bring all these minds together in the same place, whether it's academia, from the theological seminary, whether it is video, whether it is the medium of radio, public speaking, they're all going to be there.
And you know, I think even the name of this event, the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum, is going to give you a hint about the things we really want to focus on. The presidential election is over. We're moving into a period of time that's a little bit unknown as far as where America goes, where the world goes. But we're also coming to a critical point where we want to talk about the positive things that are going to bless you as an attendee and as a viewer. We're going to talk about heaven. We're going to talk about the millennium. We're going to talk about the rapture of the church. And we've got a lot of really just incredibly highly qualified people. Men like Tommy Ice and Randall Price. I mean, you're talking about two prophetic legends who have really made a great impression on people in their 30 years of Bible research.
Absolutely, and you mentioned the number 30 speakers across the board, covering topics that I anticipate will be greatly appreciated at the time they come. I think we're moving, Bob, into a time of extreme change. Foreign and domestic. We're just seeing economic foreshadowings. We're seeing Europe in fragmentation. We're seeing the Middle East breaking out in all sorts of different conflicts, and all of those are foretold in the Bible. And that's why I think this is going to be such an important forum.
I mean, speaking of the Middle East, we've got Bill Koenig, an official White House correspondent who may actually be spending quite a bit of his time in Israel in the days ahead. And of course, Bill Salas, who's been writing about a coming war in the Middle East between Israel and Iran and all of their neighbors in the Middle East. And who knows where that's all going to go. I mean, we're over 11 months away right now from this event. Just imagine what it's going to be like 11 months from now in America and the world. We don't really know where we're going to be, but we know we've brought the minds and the key people who are writing about these things. They're in place, and they're going to be at this event with us.
And we should also mention that one of the speakers is going to be Derek Gilbert. And I've been waiting for you to say a little something there, Derek, and I'm sure you're excited about coming, along with Tom Horn and the good people there with you at Skywatch TV.
Well, of course, the smart ones from around here, namely my wife Sharon Gilbert and Josh Peck, will be there as well. Josh and Tom have a new book that is just coming out now called Abaddon Ascending, which deals with what might actually be the purpose of the Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland. I have no idea what Sharon will come up with, but every time she puts her mind to a new presentation, even though she says she feels uncomfortable giving those presentations, people come out of her sessions with their minds just blown at the connections that she makes. And I'm just excited about some of the historical stuff and theological stuff that I've been reading about the ancient Near East, the days in which Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses lived, the days of Jesus and the apostles. There are conflicts in the spirit realm that are recorded in the Bible that we rarely hear discussed in a church setting. And it's right there in Scripture. And the thing that I'm finding really cool is that a lot of it is backed up in history. Scholars and academics know things about that period of history that just never make it into the church for some reason, and I'm looking forward to bringing that to the conference as well. But back to the geopolitical situation around the world, Lieutenant Colonel Bob McGinnis will be one of the speakers there, and he is a Pentagon insider who has been a very close observer of Washington from the inside out for decades, and every time we hear from him, it's always an education.
And of course, many of our old friends are going to be with us too. Just about everyone watching today knows L.A. Marzulli. We've also got Tim Alberino with us this year, fresh off his True Legends DVD series that Tom is now a part of, which is just absolutely spectacular. You want to talk about some of the other names?
Well, let's talk about David Hawking, a very, very well-known speaker, and in prophetic circles,
Absolutely.
Solid. Been there for years, and I'm sure that people will want to hear what he has to say in the context of what's going on.
And how do you mention David's name without mentioning Ron Rhodes and Gary Frazier?
Right.
I mean, these are two soldiers in the prophetic fight who've been fighting these battles and informing us and writing for 25, 30 years. They're all coming to an event we really feel is going to be the premier prophetic prophecy conference of the year in 2017. We're anticipating a crowd of around 2,000 people, and we have the space for it this year. We didn't have the space in Colorado Springs. We've moved to a larger venue. Even just the main auditorium seats over 1,400 people. So We're really well equipped this year to really handle the crowds.
And that's a good thing, because as everybody knows who's ever attended a prophecy conference in the past, between speeches, the halls get pretty crowded, and there's always the big throng of people trying to get up and down the aisles. And I can tell you, our facility is going to allow people just to kind of relax and move about freely. It's going to be wonderful.
Let me tell you what's really different about this prophecy conference. You know, there's a lot of conferences that go on all over the country. You hear a lot of Prophecy 101, a little bit of pablum built in. We like to refer to our ministry here as things you'll never hear in church. Mm-hmm. We've assembled a collection of people who are going to teach you things that you're just going to look at each other in shock, like Michael Lake is attending the event as one of the speakers. And Michael has just shocking information on the Tower of Babel last year, where people looked at each other and said, I never saw that in the Bible. Where's he getting that from? And so one after another, all these speakers are going to be talking about some subjects that are controversial, they're exciting, They're cutting edge. This is the event where you're going to hear things that you're not going to hear on Sunday morning, believe me.
Yeah, this is grad school for people who really want to dive deeper, and it's just an honor to be a part of it. There are some really deep thinkers there, Brent Miller Sr., Carl Tykrib, just a couple of the others that'll be on the speakers list there. It is going to be just an amazing gathering, and I think the question in people's minds right now is, where do they sign up?
Well, that's an easy one. ProphecyWatchers.com. Go to our website, find the big blue banner, click on the banner. It'll take you literally right to our bookstore. You can register for the event, a one-time fee of $90, which covers all the messages from all 30 speakers over a 3-day period. After you make your conference registrations, you'll want to go either to the website or to the internet, find the Embassy Suites Hotel in Norman, get yourself a registration at the main menu. We've got 2 or 3 other hotels lined up for overflow, which I suspect we'll be needing in the very near future. We've already registered several hundred people a year before the event even takes place. ProphecyWatchers.com, that's the place to go to sign up.
All right, and the dates of the conference, October 13th through the 15th of 2017. Again, the Blessed Hope Prophecy Forum at the Embassy Suites Hotel in Norman, Oklahoma. I know we'll see you before then, but boy, we are sure looking forward to seeing you there, God willing.
We are too, by the way. And you know, our thought surrounding this conference is encapsulated in 3 words: watching, waiting, witnessing. And it's on that hope, that hopeful stance, that we're building this whole conference.
Amen. And we're really hoping that people who follow us from around the country, you think about how close everything is to Norman. You've got Texas, you've got within the state of Oklahoma, you've got a big audience in Little Rock who follow us faithfully, our Colorado friends, Santa Fe and Albuquerque, New Mexico friends. So many people are just within a day's drive of this event in Norman. I promise you, when you come to Oklahoma, if you've never been here before, you're going to be in a state of shock. It's a sophisticated city. The city of Norman is a great college town. It's a lively place. Lots and lots of restaurants, lots of sights to see, things to do. Everything from dinosaur museums to our Western Heritage Center, which is literally a world-class museum celebrating the days of cowboys and Indians, the Old West, the old Western movies. It's a fabulous place to go. 5-star museum.
Derek, we're really looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, it's it's an honor, and we are looking forward to it. That is going to be the high point, or one of the high points of our year next year. Gary Stearman, Bob Ulrich, Prophecy Watchers. The website is prophecywatchers.com, and of course you see him every week on television, usually right before Skywatch TV or somewhere in the vicinity anyway. But fellows, great to see you again, and we'll talk again soon.
And that'll be a fun thing for us to do.
Amen. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks for joining us on Prophecy Watchers. You can find us on the web at prophecywatchers.com, where you can sign up for our free email newsletter. In the meantime, keep watching, everybody, and we'll see you soon.